Former FBI Director James Comey pillories President Donald Trump in his soon-to-be-released book, A Higher Loyalty, deriding him as a cruel and selfish liar who is unethical, untethered to truth, and has likely never recoiled from causing another person pain. From jabs at Trump's height to ruminating on the status of his marriage, Comey leaves little question about how he feels about the 45th president. Story continued below, but throughout the book, a manuscript of which was obtained by Politico, Comey also seeks to draw deeper lessons about leadership, rebukes of Trump and those around him that may be lost in the headlines surrounding the book's more startling details, like Trump's apparent obsession with allegations concerning prostitutes in Moscow. In those passages, though, Comey indicts not only Trump's character but also that of many around him, and those in power who support and defend him. Here are some of Comey's more pointed passages that strike at the center of Trump's worldview. A rumination on what it means to live a good life. Sit there, and imagine you are at the end of your life. From that vantage point, the smoke of striving for recognition and wealth is cleared. Houses, cars, awards on the wall? Who cares? You are about to die. Who do you want to have been? I hope some of them decide to have been people who used their abilities to help those who needed it, the weak, the struggling, the frightened, the bullied. Standing for something. Making a difference. That is true wealth. By signing up, you agree to receive email newsletters or alerts from Politico. You can unsubscribe at any time. On liars and lying, I've seen many times over the years how liars get so good at lying, they lose the ability to distinguish between what's true and what's not. They surround themselves with other liars. The circle becomes closer and smaller, with those unwilling to surrender their moral compasses pushed out and those willing to tolerate deceit brought closer to the center of power. Perks and access are given to those willing to lie and tolerate lies. This creates a culture, which becomes an entire way of life. The easy, casual lies, those are a very dangerous thing. They open up the path to the bigger lies, in more important places, where the consequences aren't so harmless. On the fragility of institutions, the actions of one person can destroy what it took hundreds of people years to build. On effective leadership, effective leaders almost never need to yell. The leader will have created an environment where disappointing him causes his people to be disappointed in themselves. Guilt and affection are far more powerful motivators than fear. A leader who screams at his employees or belittles them will not attract and retain great talent over the long term. On self-reflection, but transparency is almost always the best course. Getting problems, pain, hopes, and doubts out on the table so we can talk honestly about them and work to improve is the best way to lead. By acknowledging our issues, we have the best chance of resolving them in a healthy way. Buried pain never gets better with age. And by remembering and being open and truthful about our mistakes, we reduce the chance we will repeat them. The imposter complex. All of us labor, to one degree or another, under the belief that if other people really knew us, if they knew us the way we know ourselves, they would think less of us. That's the imposter complex, the fear that by showing ourselves, we will be exposed as the flawed person we are. If you don't have this, in some measure, you are an incredible jerk and should stop reading immediately. On humility, as I've seen from other leaders, being confident enough to be humble, comfortable in your own skin, is at the heart of effective leadership. That humility makes a whole lot of things possible, none more important than a single, humble question: what am I missing? Good leaders constantly worry about their limited ability to see. On Trump's team, I once again was having flashbacks to my earlier career as a prosecutor against the mob. Silent circle of assent. The boss in complete control. The loyalty oaths. This versus the worldview. The lying about all things, large and small, in service of some code of loyalty that put the organization above morality and above the truth. On Trump's impact, what is happening now is not normal. It is not fake news. It is not okay. Whatever your politics, it is wrong to dismiss the damage to the norms and traditions that have guided the presidency and our public life for decades, or, in many cases, since the republic was founded. It is also wrong to stand idly by, or worse, to stay silent when you know better, while a president brazenly seeks to undermine public confidence in law enforcement institutions that were established to keep our leaders in check.